There's a bunch of good ARPGs and MMORPGs coming during the next weeks and months. And today I want to give you some insight into which games are currently on my radar and, well, when you are able to play them. So sit back, relax and subscribe because I won't disappoint you. And don't forget to like and comment for that algorithm. So first up, Path of Exile 3.15. The announcement trailer is going to drop in 3 days with the release of the leak scheduled for the 23rd of July. The expansion is said to have vastly more skills than usual, at least according to Chris Wilson on Reddit, and the boss seemed to be leaked. This one looks like it's on Twilight Strand, but the torch placement is a little bit different, so no guarantee. So last Epoch dropped a small teaser showcasing a new skill for the Sentinel, and the game just released a big endgame update a few weeks ago, so it's completely playable. So the next patch is scheduled for around early August, at least according to my analysis from one big patch to the next. It usually takes 7 to 8 weeks. And the next patch is going to focus on reworking, rebalancing a bunch of skills with a heavy focus on Necromancer. So the last ARPG I'm going to mention is the Ascent. This cyberpunk game is developed by Neon Giant, a promising indie dev studio full of industry veterans and, well, a very promising team. And it's featuring a twin stick shooter type gameplay experience. It's set to release on July 29th for PC and console and will be available on the Game Pass on day 1. So the Ascent combines Diablo and Blade Runner gameplay to create something new and exciting, and it will allow co-op play. The environment is also highly destructible and the game is very gory, so something for 18+. And the story is set in a dystopian future where one corporation rules all. There is like one mega metropolis and you're ascending from the bottom to the top. You're basically a random laborer and get caught up in an all-out war because the security system goes rogue. For this one I will condense all the info into a tight-packed video shortly before release, so stay tuned. So something else I want to mention, Diablo 2 is probably going to have a beta this year, at least later this year, but it's way too early to talk about this one, so I'll skip over it. So next up, MMORPGs. So the big ones I'm currently looking at are Lost Ark, New World, Corepunk, Palia and Final Fantasy XIV. WoW Retail is currently having a very rough time and I will probably not touch that game ever again if they continue like this. But I will still be dropping a video discussing the massive dumpster fire that the story is currently shaping up to be, because, well, what the fuck is going on? So let's start with Corepunk. So this game combines MMO elements and mobile elements, like for example dungeons, raids in an open world, with combat and a limited number of skills similar to MOBAs. There is sadly not much in terms of news other than some Q&A stuff with mostly already known info. But to give you a quick rundown of what to expect, the game will feature 18 classes, an open world similar to Vanilla's World of Warcraft no loading screen world, dungeons, raids, open world, forced PvP and grinding, very limited on-dev drops, instant PvP, crafting and gathering, and a hitman as well as sheriff profession to hunt down and punish criminals. It's developed by Artificial Core, a video game developer and publisher from the Netherlands and the Ukraine, and is currently funded completely privately. The first CBT is set for the 25th to 28th August, and you can apply through the link provided in the description box. I will be dropping a video on this one very soon discussing the possibility of PvE servers and RP servers, as well as what my take on this one is. Next up is New World. This one is developed by Amazon Games and will launch on the 31st of August. The CBT is set for the 20th of July and will be up until the 2nd of August. You can buy yourself into the beta to try it out. The game features Souls-like combat with 2 weapons, an in-depth crafting and gathering system, dungeons in the form of expeditions, open world bosses, fought PvP sieges, an instant 20v20 battleground featuring elements from PvE and PvP aspects, and it's a bit of a larger battleground, skill trees for every weapon, forced PvP in specific PvP marked limited zones, and a lot more. New World has seen a massive number of changes throughout the year, and I will be covering most of the important ones in an upcoming video this week. Lost Ark is next. This beautiful game is combining MMORPG elements and ARPG elements and sadly has no CBT announced yet. But it was scheduled for July and the Twitter is very active with telling people that it's coming very soon. Given the same publisher as New World, with the CBT for New World coming up very soon, I would not hold my breath for this month, but we might get a pleasant surprise. We also got some information on why we skipped some classes. They didn't include all in our version because of balance issues and upcoming reworks. The founders packs will also be updated with images as soon as possible. The last big announcement on the Twitter was talking about the cash shop and its fair and optional implementation. I'm still rather skeptical about this one, but I will judge it when I see it. I have an overview over the games features up on my channel, as well as an in-depth look over the founders packs. You can find both down in the description. And the last game I want to mention is Palia. So Palia is an upcoming MMORPG focusing solely on the PvE aspects of the genre and will not feature any PvP in the traditional sense. But even the PvE will be like never seen before in an MMO. The description of the game the devs are giving us is a massively multiplayer community simulation game set in a brand new high fantasy world with elements of open world adventure games. A combination of Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley and Sims with a very similar art style to Breath of the Wild or Genshin Impact would best describe it. This one is currently going through a very limited NDA alpha, but the devs frequently release GIFs, info and artworks for the game on their Discord channel and Twitter. I have a video going over the most important info for the game on my channel, so link down in the description box. I personally am also enjoying Final Fantasy XIV, a theme-parked MMORPG with incredible story and great distinct classes as well as world design. Its graphics are a bit dated and the anti-aliasing is giving my eyes a very hard time, but it's still an incredibly fun game. You can try it for free up until the end of Heavensward, the first expansion the game has seen. The attention this game is receiving is well deserved, so give it a try. The combat is not as slow as it seems. It's very satisfying to press buttons because of the, well, more impactful cooldowns you have. So I hope you found something you liked. If you did, leave a comment, tell me what you liked most, and I will try to answer and discuss it with you. So, see you later, alligator. Bye.